Welcome, everyone, to the Quantum Frequency for Divination. I'm Amanda, the Divine Mystic. I'm here today to do a tarot reading for you. So I have gone ahead, I've pre-shuffled. I have a few decks here that I'm going to be using today. So I'm going to be using the Light Seer Tarot. I'm also going to be using the Spirit Animal Oracle. The Moon deck, which is one of my all-time favorites, beautiful artwork, and the Green Witch Oracle, which is also a very, very powerful deck. So, everyone, I hope your day is going as beautifully as mine is here. A little cold, but that's okay. Yeah, Four of Swords. Somebody definitely kind of staying inside and keeping warm. Now, some of you guys is talking about like needing a break, right? Like there's been a lot that's been going on for you, and it's probably pretty overwhelming as well too. So I feel like some of you guys are kind of dealing with a heartbreak situation as well too, something that you've been healing from, because the Four of Swords is definitely talking about healing energy after the Three of Swords. So something major could have happened. This could have been in love, but this could have also been in career, any aspect of your life. Frankly, it's been a lot, and probably multiple aspects of your life as well too. Because when we talk about being overwhelmed, there's a lot happening at once. Excuse me, a lot happening at once, right? And so you're just wanting to sort of take a step back from that, and repurpose yourself, is what I'm hearing, right? Put yourself on sort of a new pathway of sorts, right? Yeah. Three of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the Strength card. You guys could be dealing with a Leo. We also have Gemini and Pisces energy as well, with the Queen of Swords and the Three of Cups. So, you guys, some of you, this could have been like a fallout with a friend as well, or whoever the Queen of Swords energy is. It could be you as well too, who's just kind of, you're not willing to sort of step down, and maybe the person that you're dealing with isn't really willing to step down either. The Three of Cups is here. So it's talking about having this strong connection, uh, this sort of vibe, like that these three girls together, like it was fun. Like maybe there was a group. Maybe there was just a lot of things done, and kind of in that Four of Swords energy, you don't really, either you don't want to, or you're just not a part of that anymore for whatever reason. And there's a lot of deep emotion associated with it. So the Moon card is here. So possibly somebody or a group of people who you cared a lot about. Um, yeah, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is talking about sort of you being independent in the mix of all of this, right? And that's probably what other people are not appreciating about this. It's like, what right do you have to be independent? Sort of thing. And you're like, I don't even want to explain that to you because you're on something else, like completely type thing, right? But you are really, really good at holding it in, and not necessarily hiding your emotions, but masking them per se. Like we look at the Strength card here, and her face is kind of half lion, type thing, right? So you don't show your cards. You've got a really, really good poker face. And I don't even know. With the Nine of Pentacles, maybe there's something about professional poker. I don't I don't know. That if it resonates with you, go ahead, comment down below on it. Yeah. Ten of Wands. See, moving on. You have everything that you need. You have everything that you do. You do not need anything more from this person or group of people. You just don't. And frankly, it's like you kind of always knew that you just never fit in with it, right? Like no matter what you could have done for these people or to these people, it was never good enough. It was never good enough. It could be family, for some of you guys too, with the Ten of Wands, like moving past that into your own reality, because again, you've had to sort of shelter yourself. And I mean, it could be people that you consider family too. Two of Pentacles, like there's been a fine balancing act, um, in this. And it probably took you like a really long time to get to the point where you're at right now with this, right? Because like you're the type of people that will give people chances on chances on chances. And then finally, it's like you reach that breaking point, like the moon, there's like a full submersion now of the emotions and everything that's done wrong. And you're kind of like you're taking this all into account, right? You're looking at all the things. You're looking back at everything that's happened, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you're weighing this out, and you're like, well, how did I get to this point? Like, how did I let this go on um, for so long? For so long, right? So it's it's not necessarily an embarrassment per se, but for some of you, there could be an embarrassment involved with this. Yeah, Nine of Swords, a lot of anxiety this has caused you. And with the Ten of Wands, like you've had to make changes. You've had to make changes, possibly even moving, right? Like you've had to move away from a place or you've had to move away from these people type thing. And these people are just like, yeah, woo! Like they're cheering on your demise almost in a sense is what it feels like type thing, right? And you're trying so hard not to let that affect you in this Four of Swords. It's like you've built this nest around yourself, right? Like these people are not relevant. You have a lot of strength. The strength card is here with the Queen of Swords. So you have a lot of inner strength within you that perhaps these people underestimated you as well too. But I think in the terms of like underestimation, that's not something that really surprises you because realistically, like you've been underestimated for a long time. Probably since childhood, like since birth type thing, right? And quite frankly, you've taken a back seat to that, right? Like you know your own skills and your abilities, and maybe some of that you're still discovering, like within yourself. But either way, like you are aware of it, so it's a matter of tapping into that energy if you haven't already. And I think most of you have, type thing, right? And you don't try to outshine anybody. You know, you're not in competition with anyone, even though you may have a group of people in competition against you. It's just not the same. Like there's no comparison type thing, right? And I mean, they're trying to play like head games with these Nine of Swords. They love to play games because that's just what they know. That's what they know. And that's probably not what you know. And that's the reality of it here. So the Seven of Pentacles, like you've been trying to wait this out. You've been trying to see how things go. But you're getting ready to sort of step out of that nest and start to take some action towards something tangible, something real. And the Nine of Pentacles, there could be like an increase in finance coming through for you guys. And it could be because of this, or it could be because you're kind of stepping away from this and you're saying, whoa, hold on, I've got this, and this to do. And you're going to take the steps that you need to achieve what it is that's going to move you forward into the next direction. And we've got the King of Swords here. So, you guys, we do have a matched pair, the King and Queen of Swords. Okay, so if what I'm talking about to you is a relationship, then certainly these two are talking about sort of separating. But I think for the vast majority of you, this is actually a new relationship that's going to be coming in for you, somebody who's very matched for you. So if you are coming out of the Three of Swords energy into the Four of Swords energy, you've let go of whoever this is that's kind of caused you some hurt, right? Some hurt. And not just even hurt, like, because I think that part was the easy part to get over. Like it was very clear to you, right? The Queen of Swords represents a lot of clarity. So it was very clear to you what this person was all about, or these people were all about. So it was obvious. And it's like you knew it all along. Um type thing. And again, you knew you weren't matched. You weren't matched, right? So that's where the King of Swords comes in, who's ready to match the Queen of Swords. Okay, now, if you're dealing with sort of people and a group of people sort of thing, and this has nothing to do with love, then I think ultimately the person that people that you're dealing with are kind of shielded. Like they're not putting down their swords. I think if that makes sense, right? Like they want to battle this out. They think that it's going to be in their favor type thing, right? But it's so slow moving. Knight of Pentacles, so slow moving that it's starting to frustrate everyone. Um, and quite frankly, you are like you're in your nest, right? Like it's like this is going to take the amount of time that it's going to take. Nothing's going to change that. Nothing's going to change that. And in the meantime, you're going to keep focusing on number one, yourself, right? And you're going to still provide for yourself. You're going to get yourself the things that you need, and it's going to be above and beyond what you need, like far above and beyond. Yeah. See, we have the world card, right? So it's like an absolute completion, an absolute fulfillment. Absolute fulfillment for you. It could be travel as well, too. You guys, we do have the Ten of Pentacles. So, like I was saying, there's going to be money coming in. There's going to be new opportunities that are going to be coming in for you that are going to let you let go of this Three of Swords, right? It's really like you're going to be letting go of this. You're going to be moving on, and things are balancing out with the Temperance card. See, again, this could be this new lover kind of coming in, and how he's kind of got a nice body and everything like that, and he's a provider, and yeah, see, Two of Cups. It's like we want that companionship, and it could be definitely like a friend too. That's we're you might be reconciling with a friend from a long time ago. Okay, that could be happening. A conversation could be had, something that you've long left behind type thing, right? You're not necessarily holding on to this. This would be somebody further in your past who maybe there was a falling out between you and this person, but more likely this is kind of like where the test of time has passed. Like whatever time has gone by, truly it's done. It's done, right? Like you guys just lost connections type thing, right? So somebody who again was a very good friend to you, and I think wants to be a good friend again to you. Okay, so here we have the groundhog spirit, time to let go. See, you know it, you know it because you know that holding on to the past isn't going to bring you into the future, right? So for some of you, where there is somebody from your past who there was a falling out, you might be kind of like, yeah, you know what? I've got a lot going on right now. I don't know if this is time for this. Um, and kind of doing your own thing. Like you've spent a lot of time thinking about it, if that's the case, right? There's been heartbreak, there's been healing, there's been a lot of different things. And basically, um, you've learned through this to like always look out for number one and only number one. Like there isn't really a second person involved in this, right? And even with the Two of Cups here, if it's like a relationship scenario, you're probably used to being single, and okay with being single, right? And if maybe the opposite is true, you've been in relationships for a long time, you've adapted to a new way of singlehood type thing, right? You're no longer connecting. Like the giraffe spirit, see the bigger picture, see the big picture, right? So I have this kind of saying where as long as your big picture doesn't change, the small things don't really matter. The small things don't really matter, right? Because this is just a passage. Like this too will pass, right? Like everything in life is temporary. You guys could be finding yourself in a temporary situation of sorts as well too. So you could be like between jobs, you could be between places, um, between friends or lovers or whatever the case may be, right? Like either way, you're like things aren't great right now, right? Like the Nine of Swords are here. So it's like there's a lot of anxiety, a lot going on, a sense of being overwhelmed. And that could be why it's like, well, why would I want a relationship in the midst of all of this, right? Like I've got so many things going on that like I don't want to be complicated. I don't want to complicate my life with somebody else's things with it here, right? And we have watch your words with the parrot spirit. So there could be a lot of gossip that's going around, either about you or to you. Somebody could be trying to gossip to you about another person and you're shutting that down. Like you don't really want to hear that. You're not the type of person that would just sit around and talk about another person in any way, right? Like, and even then, like if you hear somebody kind of speaking negatively about something else, even if that's somebody that you don't really like or don't really want to be around or anything like that, you're not going to be outward with it, right? You're just going to be like, hey, well, for all those bad things, did you see that person's like artwork? And how good they are at that, like something like that, right? Like you like to try to find the positive in the negative. You're a very optimistic person, um, and realistic at the same time, right? So it's like as much as like you think positively, you do sort of prepare for the hard times or the difficult times as well too, right? Like you understand the duality of the universe with the banana and the shit is bananas. Sorry. So something can be totally crazy. Like whatever it is that you're dealing with is absolutely like on a level of insanity. Is what I'm kind of hearing, right? But again, you are whole. You are like this wholeness card. Like you are like within yourself. You are rebuilding yourself. Whatever it is that's been sort of torn down about you, is being rebuilt, and you're happy to to stay whole, right? To stay whole. Like you're really not going to let anything pick you apart, right? Again, very, very strong, very, very resilient as well too, and refinement. See, this whatever this Four of Swords is, okay, that you've been kind of pushed into, and at the same time have completely like leaned into, right? You're getting this opportunity to sort of refine things, to change things up a little bit. The Seven of Pentacles is definitely talks about sort of growth and everything, especially when we have the Nine and Ten of Pentacles. But it's talking about kind of perfecting things a little bit, right? Like in the downtime, we have time to look at things that can change, things that can adapt, things that can evolve, right? And how things can move forward for the long term. Longevity is here. So the long term is definitely like your thought about this. So if you are stuck in this mode of worry and this mode of anxiety type thing, right? Just know that things are going to be fine. Things are working out. The end result here is the Ten of Pentacles with the world, right? So it doesn't really get much better than that, at least to you. Right. And that means something different to everybody. Like for some people, that could be finances. For some people, that could be family. Right. For some people, this could be reigniting with a group of people who you've been ousted from something like this. Right. But again, it's all positive. Like if these people are not in your life, be thankful that they're not in your life because there's a damn good reason. There's a damn good reason. And cleansing, everything needed to be cleaned out, right? Like, so maybe some things are coming to the surface as well that need to be addressed, that haven't been addressed, and have perhaps been neglected. So, with a steady mind, I am connected to our collective experience. So, again, don't let this throw you off course. Do not let this throw you off course, right? Um, Play is my pathway to joy. So, have fun with this. Have fun with life. Have fun with life. And truly, maybe this is talking about where there's like a new friend or like a new lover that's coming in that's adventurous and fun and outgoing and who's going to kind of get you out of your shell because you have been pushed back into your shell very much by whatever the scenario and scenarios are. Because again, very, very overwhelming, a lot going on, a lot of checks and balances. Right. So that could be like a finance reference as well too, where like, okay, we're trying to balance everything out. But I think ultimately, I think it's not all material for you guys. I think that there's a lot of things, a lot of factors like, and truly like you could be going through them all at once. But here we are again with Leo energy. I am courageous, ready, and strong. Yeah. You're ready for whatever this is going to have to do, right? So again, if it's moving, if it's and movement could be not necessarily physical either, right? Like movement could be moving away from this and moving into something more positive. And I am ready. Thank you. So again, you're feeling, even though it's like baby steps here in the Knight of Pentacles, you are definitely ready for this next phase, for this next, whatever comes, right? And it's like, come what may, because you've more or less accepted whatever this is. And I focus on what is working. So again, I'm not going to put energy into something that's not for my higher good, right? Not for my higher good. I celebrate my lineage and honor my ancestors. So, you guys, this is definitely a strong ancestor message that's coming through, um, where you're honoring that, you're celebrating that. There could be a celebration of life as well, and that's where that Four of Swords is that we could be in a state of grieving and like grieving for what we no longer have, and grieving for the way that things were. But I'm telling you, this is not the way that things are supposed to be. And that's why things are like this right now, because things need to change, things need to evolve, and new energy needs to come in. Right. New energy cannot come in if you're still holding on to the past. And so this is really talking about letting go of the past, moving forward, and accepting a whole new way of life that's going to be very, very beautiful. That's going to give you everything that you want. You're going to have opportunities to travel. You're going to have opportunities to grow, business opportunities, financial opportunities. Things are going to be looking very, very bright for you in the future. So even though right now that's not how things look, it's coming. Trust. Okay, that fulfills your reading for today, you guys. Thank you very much. I hope this has resonated with you. If so, help me out, like, share, subscribe, all of those wonderful things. And better yet, we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.